Vemulpadu's red earth seemed to bleed secrets as the locket engraved with Rav lay beside the chilling note. Anjali was never alone. K is watching. Ravi Kumar's world was unraveling. The deaths of Gopal, Reddy Garu, Padmini Amma, Saraswati, Pratap, and now Radha piling like stones on his chest. Anjali's reappearance, her cold confession by the river, and the ledger proving a betrayal over the mineral-rich riverlands pointed to a conspiracy deeper than he'd imagined. Inspector Rav, with his knowing glances and cryptic warnings, was now at the center of it all. Ravi clutched the ledger, his arm still stinging from Anjali's dagger. Lakshmi, her face pale with betrayal, stood beside him in Surya's hut, the stolen diary another blow. Rav, he's K, isn't he? She whispered. He's been watching us this whole time. Ravi nodded, his jaw tight. He knew too much about the deeds, the tunnel, everything. We need to confront him, but we need more proof. Surya, still weak from his attack, leaned forward. Ravi, you're walking into a trap. If Rao's K, he's got the police behind him. And Anjali, she's out there, hunting us. Ravi's love for Lakshmi burned brighter than his fear. We can't stop now. If we don't expose them, they'll keep killing. We go to the station, show the ledger, and demand answers. Under the midday sun, they slipped through Vemulpadu's dusty lanes, avoiding the villagers' accusing stares. The police station in Kadpa was a squat building, buzzing with officers. Rav was in his office, his moustache twitching as he saw them. Back again? He said, his tone cold. You're testing my patience. Ravi slammed the ledger on the desk. This proves someone's been selling the minerals. Signed by K. And this locket, he held up the one engraved with Rav, says you're involved. Rao's eyes flickered, but he leaned back, unfazed. You think I'm K? A locket with my name proves nothing. You're desperate, boy, grasping at straws. Lakshmi stepped forward, her voice shaking but firm. Then explain the photo of you with my grandfather by the river. The keepers of the vault. You were part of the pact. Rao's smirk faded, replaced by a hard stare. Careful, girl. Accusing an officer without evidence is dangerous. Before Ravi could respond, a commotion erupted outside. An officer burst in, panting. Sir, we found something in the quarry. You need to see this. Rao's eyes darted to Ravi, then he stood. Stay here. Don't move. But Ravi and Lakshmi followed, blending into the chaos as officers swarmed toward the quarry. The air was thick with dust and the scent of crushed stone. Near the cave where they'd seen Anjali, police were digging, uncovering a wooden chest. Inside were more documents, contracts with a mining company, signed by K and dated last month. A photograph slipped out, showing Anjali, alive, shaking hands with a suited man. Ravi's heart pounded. She's been planning this for years. Selling the minerals, using the murders to silence anyone who knew. Lakshmi grabbed his arm. But why frame me? The photos, the earring. Before they could process it, a shadow moved behind a pile of rocks. Ravi spun, expecting Anjali. But it was Surya, his face pale. I followed you, he whispered. I saw Rav talking to someone in a cloak last night, near the river. He's not just involved, he's running this. Ravi's blood ran cold. They slipped away, hiding in an abandoned shed nearby. We need to get these contracts to someone outside the village, Ravi said. Someone Rav can't touch. Lakshmi nodded, but her eyes were distant. Ravi, what if Anjali's not the only one? What if there's another traitor in the pact? They decided to head to Kadpa's main post office to mail the contracts to a journalist friend of Surya's in Hyderabad. But as they crept through the hills, the cloaked figure appeared again, this time without a hood. It was Rav himself, holding a gun. You should have listened, Rav said, his voice low. The vault was mine to claim. Anjali was useful, but she's getting sloppy. You're next. Ravi pushed Lakshmi behind him, heart racing. You're K. You betrayed the pact, sold the minerals, and killed to cover it up. Rao's laugh was cold. Smart boy. But you're out of moves. Before Rao could fire, a scream pierced the air. Anjali emerged from the shadows, her dagger raised, but not at Ravi, at Rao. You double-crossed me, she shrieked, lunging. The gun went off, and Anjali fell, blood pooling beneath her. Rao turned, but Ravi tackled him, wrestling the gun away. Lakshmi grabbed a rock, smashing it against Rao's head, knocking him out. They stood, gasping, over Anjali's body. Her eyes, so like Lakshmi's, were empty. In her hand was a locket, engraved with K. As police sirens wailed in the distance, Ravi and Lakshmi fled, the contracts still in hand. They reached the post office, mailing the evidence just as officers arrived. But the real twist came when they opened Anjali's locket. Inside was a tiny photograph of Lakshmi, smiling, with a date 2025. Lakshmi's breath caught. Ravi, that's from last week. How did she have this?